under the resource group. Understand?
Yeah.
Here these are the
Okay.
services are there. Just click on the services in Azure. You have multiple services are there. Here you can click here the services. There are multiple services are there. Like have a app service, function app, Azure SQL database, Azure Cosmos DB, virtual machine, load balancer, storage account, virtual network, Microsoft Entra ID, monitor, advisor, Microsoft Defender Cloud, cost management. These are the services provided by the Azure. Okay.
Okay.
To create
Mm-hmm.
any resource, first we need to create a resource group. First we need to create a resource group. Here, this is the resource group. Okay, this is the click. I just click on the resource group. Okay, so that is already one created. One resource group is created. That was actually I just delete this one.
Did AWS have resource group with it?
You don't have any resource group in AWS.
Okay.
That is completely different. You don't have any resource group.
Okay.
Individually, we need to create all resource. You don't have a resource group concept in AWS and Google Cloud also.
Okay.
Here only have a resource group concept. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, click on the resource group here. First, to create any resource, whether I want to create virtual machine, I want to create a disk, I want to create a load balancer, I wanted to create auto scaling, I want to create any service. First, we need to mandatory to create a resource group. Without creating the resource group, the no resource can be attached and no attached can be created. First thing is we need to create a resource group.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the resources created will be under the resource group. Your big advantage is there. You don't need to delete the all resources individually. You just delete the resource group, it automatically deletes all resources.
Oh, okay.
In AWS, you need to select all the resources one by one. Individually, we need
Yeah.
to delete individually. But here, no problem. When you delete the resource group, it will be automatically delete the all resources. Whatever the resources created will be automatically deleted.
Okay.
And this is my paid subscription actually. This is not a free subscription. Give the name. I'm just give the name as a resource group name. You can give the any name. I just give the name as a GHub minus RG. Okay. And it is
Mm.
asking for the, you don't have here in the right side, you have a region is there. There is no option to speak here region. So whenever creating resource, it asks for the which region you want to deploy. You understand?
Yeah.
In AWS, we have a separately have a, you can shift the region. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can shift the region or not. There is a right side one option is there, region option is there.
Yeah.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
There is no option is there in Azure. Okay. You
Okay.
need to select whenever the resource is created, ask you the which region you want to create. Okay, I'm just
You
selecting
can't
here.
change
Which
it.
one? US is 2.
Mhm.
I'm
So you
selecting.
can't change it later.
Uh,
You cannot change it later.
you can change here, brother. See here, you can change here.
So what about once you create it, brother? You can't change it?
In the in the portal itself, in the right side we have portal. We can shift one data center to other data center.
Oh,
But you
okay.
don't have option here to switch from one data center to other data center. When you create a resource only, you can choose that region only. Separate, there is no separate option for to change the region. You understand?
Yes. AWS there was, right?
Yes,
AWS had it.
yes. In
Yes. Okay.
AWS, it was the separate option is there. You can shift the region. Okay.
Yeah.
But here, whenever you create a resource only, you can select the region only. You don't have any option to switch a region in the portal. The same portal will be there. You got it or
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
When AWS have different portal will be there. For if you different region have different portal, different services are there. But when you create resource only, you can select here region. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now what is the resource group name? I just give you the resource group name. Click on the review and create. Okay. Then click
Yeah.
on the create. This is little bit slow, brother. Not like AWS. Okay.
Okay.
So now successfully created a resource group. So to create any resource, first thing, what thing we need to do? We need to, which one? If you don't create a resource group, you can't able to create any resource. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
The portal will be slow. Okay. Don't get very frustrated. Okay. So now created. What is the resource group here?
Mm-hmm. Azure have the
Under this one, I want to create a virtual machine. I want to create which one? Which one?
virtual machine.
So virtual machine is like a EC2. AWS it is known as what? EC2.
EC2
Here it is known as what?
virtual machine.
Here click on the create here. There are multiple options are there. Virtual machine scale set and virtual machine presets. We're going to discuss this one. First we need to click on which one? Virtual machine. Click on the virtual machine.
Yeah.
Wait for some everything. If you click on like in AWS, you just click on it will open. Here it won't happen. Understand?
Yeah.
Here which resource group you want to create virtual machine? Which resource group?
Azure have resource group.
RG. And the virtual machine name. What is the virtual machine name? I'm just giving the name as a Azure VM. Okay, virtual machine name. Okay.
Yeah.
Which region you want to deploy? Generally, I had created resource group in which region? US East one. Okay. The virtual
Yeah.
machine also created in which region?
US East 2.
Yes. If you choose another region, you'll get error. The deployment won't be successful. Okay.
Yeah.
And it is asking for the availability zone. It asking for the whether you want to create virtual machine scale set and availability set. We'll discuss what is my availability set and availability zone. You want to select availability zone. You can which availability zone you want to deploy. Okay, I don't want any availability zone. I don't want a here. See this. This is the used one and availability. It's asking for the availability zone. Asking for the availability zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which region, which availability zone you want to select? Which availability you want to select? Want to create a virtual machine. This virtual
Yeah.
machine need to create in which availability zone? Either zone 1 like same thing here. Understand?
Yeah.
And there are three options are there. One is the standard, second one the trusted, and the third one is the okay, 1 minute.
Confidential.
It's this one. So it is it asking for the availability zone. You can choose availability zone. Which availability zone you want to choose? Okay. Either I want to deploy in zone 1, either I want to deploy the zone 2, either I want to deploy the zone 3. Got it?
Yeah.
Same thing here in the Azure also. The three availability zones are there. Every region having a three availability zones. Every region having
Okay.
a how many availability zone? Three
Yeah.
availability zone. The same thing like AWS. Okay. But in
Yeah.
AWS, some of the regions have six availability zones also. But here they're not like that. Every region having only three availability zone. Three availability zone. Here I just go for
Yeah.
Azure Global Infrastructure.
Yeah.
See here, this is Azure Global Infrastructure. Azure having more regions compared to the AWS. Azure
Okay.
having a how many regions are there in Azure?
70.
Where in Azure in AWS at present having 38 regions.
Uh-huh.
Where Azure having how many regions?
70 plus.
And this having a 400 plus data center. So it is having more regions. No any other cloud provider don't have this much of regions. Only Azure having only huge number of regions.
Okay.
Understand? Here this is the explore the
Yeah.
data centers. If you click on this one, so these are the data centers. These are the data center. You can see
Data
here
center.
India, South India, India South Central, Central
Mm-hmm.
India. Got it?
Yeah.
So these are their infrastructure. These are the infrastructure. Okay, this is
Mm.
West Central, West US 2, West US, and Mexico Central, South Central. These are the regions. Azure having more regions compared to the AWS and Google. Okay.
Okay.
Here it asking for them several options. What are the options are there? Okay. Here whether I want to deploy in the specific availability zone, whether I want to select the virtual machine scale set, whether I want to select availability set. I will explain what is virtual machine set and availability set in future. Here I selected no infrastructure redundancy. I don't need any redundancy. When you select a redundancy means the virtual machine will create in the multiple availability zone. I don't want to do that. For that one I just selected
Okay.
which one?
One
No infrastructure.
redundancy required.
Here three options are there. One is the standard ones. Second thing is the trusted launching machine, and third one is confidential virtual machine. Is simple thing is there. If you select a trusted virtual machine and confidential virtual machine, it is having provide the more security from Azure side. They'll have a more firewalls. They will provide security to you, to your virtual machine.
Okay.
Understand? They'll provide security, brother.
Yes.
Which one? Trusted virtual machine or which one? Another one is the confidential virtual machine. For this one you need to pay. Okay. I don't want to pay. I just select basic level security. Which one I selected here? Standard. Which one I
Yeah.
selected here?
Standard.
So why if you select another one, no, it will provide the from Azure side. Azure will provide the huge security like some like a web application firewalls, all this thing. So for that one, you need to pay extra amount. For that one, I just avoiding this amount. I just selected which one? Which one? Standard.
Standard.
And next thing is which operating system you need to run. There are multiple operating systems there. Understand?
Yeah.
I selected a Windows Server 2019 here. Windows Server 2019 here. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So what is the architecture here? x64, and this is the like a instance type of the instance. Okay, if you type of instance are there, click on the see all sizes. What are the sizes are there? Like in AWS, we have a compute optimized, memory optimized, accelerated computing, and have HPC computing, general purpose. Same thing here also. You understand or not?
Yeah.
So there are multiple series are there. Like T series means T3, T2 like there in AWS. It is a B series in Azure.
Okay.
So this is the RAM. See this is the RAM and this is the processor. These are IOPS. These are also not general purpose. In generally
Mm-hmm.
in AWS we use which one? General purpose or not?
Yeah.
The same thing here. General purpose are the B series here. We have B1S, B2S, B2MS, B4MS. Got it?
Yeah.
Again, having D series are the sixth generation D family recommended for the general purpose need. There are multiple generations are the E generation, N generation. Here, if you use N series, it is used for the like accelerated computing, having a graphic card. Okay,
Okay.
got it. You have L series
Mm-hmm.
is there. The generation is for the storage optimized. Same thing like
Okay.
AWS. Got it.
Yeah.
This is for the compute optimized, high CPU. Which one FX series?
Perfect. Okay.
And this is for the vector processing workloads. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Which one I selected here? B1S. Which one I selected?
B1S.
So this B1S is like a in Azure. It will be 30 months, 30 days will be free for you. How many days? 30 days. How many days? 30 days free for you. In this one, they will provide, Azure will provide $200 credit to you. That means that
Okay.
by within the $200 you can use any service. You can use any
Okay.
service. There no restriction is there.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah. How long are we gonna spend, brother, on Azure? How
Yes.
long?
Yes.
How long are we going to do Azure for?
It will be
One
like
month?
20 days. Okay.
20 years. Okay.
Then I think in 15th or like 15th after 16th this January, we're going to start the DevOps. Okay.
Okay.
So now here, we want to select which one? B1S. Okay, B1S.
Mm-hmm.
So here, like T2 maker, you know the T2 maker and T3 maker and Azure AWS, same thing here, B1S.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Even though if you after 30 days it will become, you need to upgrade to the pay as you go model. The Azure will
Okay.
give you 30 days for free trial, and that is a $200 credit for you. So this $200 to be utilized within the 13 days, and you can use any service within the budget of $200. Understand?
Yeah.
And after 30 days, we need to upgrade. It asks for the upgrade. We need to shift to the pay as go model. Again, we need to authenticate. It will become the pay as you go model, a paid subscription. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Even though it is a paid subscription, for 1 year they will provide B1S for free. You got it?
Yeah.
Even though after 30 days, then you are shifted to the pay as you go model. Even though you are shifted to pay as you go model, still B1S is free. See here, it's showing the
Okay.
$0. Can you see here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I had just created it is 8 months back. That's why it's showing the $0. Understood?
Mm. Yeah.
Understood or not? And it asking for the username. Username. Which username you want to create? User is nothing but like in Windows we created an administrator now. Same thing, the username it asking. I'm just giving the username as Azure user. You can give any username.
Okay.
Understand?
Mm-hmm.
You got it? Now
Yeah.
we need to give the password. Here directly we need to give the password. Like AWS, you don't in option. We need to go security group, security private key, and from this private key we need to decrypt. There is
Yeah.
no option like that here. Okay, directly you can give. You can directly give. Okay, got it. This is the
Yeah.
password to log into the which one? Windows.
Windows.
Understand?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And what is the username I had given?
Azure user.
Azure user. I just paste the password here. Again, I just paste the password here. Here is security group. So in the security group, we are allowed to the port number of 3389 in the AWS. Same here, the security group. It is known as the inbound port rules.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Understand?
Yeah.
What is the default port number is enabled for Windows? What is the default port enabled for the Windows? RDP.
3389. Mm-hmm.
Which one?
3389.
Suppose I want to make a web server, which port numbers I need to enable here?
HTTP and HTTPS.
In the previous AWS console, there is no option is there from directly connect from HTTP and HTTP. Yes. Where we need to go to the network setting under the security group setting, we need to select HTTPS. There is no direct option is there. Like 2 years back they had added, they followed the same Azure model. In Azure have a directly you can select HTTP and HTTP. If you go 2023, there is no option there. Direct. If you see here direct option there in AWS, that is not available in 2 years back. Okay.
Okay.
Now, which thing I need to select here? You don't need to select it, automatically selected RDP. Okay, if suppose you have an existing license, suppose you have Windows Server 2019 license is there with physical computer, you can add here, it will reduce, cost will be reduced. Got it?
Okay.
Suppose
Yeah.
you have a physical server, you just purchase the Windows Server 2019 data center edition license. Okay, so that you can enter the license here and the price will be reduced. Got it? You
Mm-hmm.
got it or not?
Mm, yeah.
I don't want to select here. Huh? Then after that, and after that, there is an option with the disk. Okay,
Yeah.
By the default in AWS, it will create 30 GB disk. How much it
Okay.
created?
30 GB.
Here it will create how much?
30
127.
GB.
And we are in the AWS have a GP2, GP3, IO1, IoT. Can you remember that? GP2, GP3, IO1, IO2.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, same thing here. Okay. Premium SSD, standard SSD. Anyhow, I'll
Mm-hmm.
just explain the disk section, no problem. What are the types of
Okay.
disk? Premium SSD, standard SSD, standard HDD, zone redundant, premium SSD. Okay.
Yeah.
Then here networking. Okay, you don't need to create any network. By the default it will be created in the AWS, in the sorry, Azure. In the AWS we have a separate virtual network. Under the virtual network all the resources will be created. Here it is no option is there. There is no default virtual network is there. Whenever you create a virtual machine, automatically virtual network will be created. You got it or not?
Oh, yeah.
There is a separate option is there, that is already AWS will created, already created virtual network. Under the virtual network with the resource will be created. But here no, nothing will be there. There is no virtual network is there. Whenever you create virtual machine, Azure will automatically create the virtual network. You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
Suppose you create another virtual machine, it will create another virtual network. What it?
Okay. Yeah.
I just give here, just leave it everything common here. I don't want to, I just will discuss on everything here. Just click on which one, review and create. What is that? Review and
Review.
create. Okay. Click
Yeah.
on which one? Review and create.
Wait.
This portal is very slow. Then click on here. What option? Create. Okay.
Wait.
Create. Now it
Yeah.
will create a machine. What is the username? Azure, my Azure user, and I have a password is there. I have a password is there. So now it is creating which one? Virtual machine. Which virtual machine? Windows virtual machine. Understand?
Yeah.
Generally
Mm-hmm.
it takes time, not like AWS. In AWS, that's it. And means within the second you can observe that virtual machine is created running, but you don't find like that. It will take so much of time. You can just observe that. How much time it will take.
Mm-hmm.
The portal will be very slow compared to AWS. Azure AWS is number one. As infrastructure wise, nobody can beat AWS.
Okay.
In upcoming 30 years also, though nobody can beat. Okay? Wait.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you create a virtual machine, the Azure will create a Azure virtual network, default virtual network, and it will create a public IP address. Everything automatically it will created by the Azure itself. Whenever you delete a virtual machine, virtual network also deleted. There is
Okay.
no separate virtual network is there in Azure. You got it?
Okay. Yeah.
There is, whereas in AWS you have a separate virtual network is there that was already created by the AWS, that is a VPC. Under the VPC, whenever you create EC2 instance, it will be under the VPC, but there is no option is there. There is no virtual network. Okay.
Yeah.
So here virtual network is nothing but a VPC. In AWS it is known as VPC. In Azure it is known as virtual network. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In Azure, everything is the real-time names. Generally, the virtual machine name here virtual machine. Whereas virtual machine, the here in AWS it will become EC2. Okay. When
Yeah.
AWS it will become EBS, Elastic Block Storage Disk. Here disk same. The names will be the same here in Azure.
Okay.
Whatever the real-time names are there, the same names are there in Azure. Now create a
Okay.
resources. Now created a resource. Okay. Which resource are
Yeah.
created? Windows resource. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Now I can check here. There are multiple options are there. We have one option is there connect. We have an option is there start. We have option is there start, restart. We have an option is start. This is for the backup. We will discuss this one. There is one option is delete. There are multiple options are there. Okay. Under
Yeah.
this one overview, we have a resource group name. What is the resource group name? GFRG. What is the status? Running. Which location is created? US is to. Subscription is the my subscription name is paid subscription. And this is a public IP address. Which machine I used here? Standard B1 machine. Size. What is which operating system use? Windows. Understood. Another virtual network is you have VM VNet. It will automatically create with the AWS. Sorry, Azure. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
understand? And this is the public IP address. This is the public IP address, and this is the private IP address. Understand?
Yeah.
And here to connect here, there is an option is there. To connect, suppose if we create a virtual machine, to connect a virtual machine, click go to the virtual machine here. Click on the virtual machine.
Yeah.
Go to the overview. Go to the overview. Here click on connect. We have an option is there. Which option? Connect option. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Under the connect option, what is here? What is this one? Download.
Download RDP file.
Okay. I just downloaded here. Click on connect. Then asking for the password. They're asking for the password.
Mm-hmm.
What is the password you given here? I had given the password here. Which password? This one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? You don't need to decrypt
Yeah.
all this thing. Okay. You don't need to decrypt everything. You just give the password only. Now successfully connected to the machine. So here is the password. Same thing here given here. I think two times I've given. Now successfully connected to the virtual machine. It is little bit easy compared to AWS.
Mm-hmm.
Now successfully launched which one?
Azure
Now successfully launched which machine?
Windows.
Which machine? Windows.
Windows.
Can you see the difference here from Azure to AWS? Nothing is changed. Only UA will be changed only. Remaining thing, everything is same. The one I want to do the web server. How will you do the install the web server? How will you install the web server? Hmm? Windows. How will you install the web server? Brother, how will you install the web server Windows?
Um.
Go to the start. Click on the server manager. Go to the add roles and feature. Then select the web server. You forgot?
A little bit better.
Same thing here also. Same thing. Nothing will change. Understood?
Yeah.
Same thing, 100%. Same thing. Whatever the things you followed in the AWS, the same thing here also. Suppose you create a disk, you had certain type commands. You do the same thing here also. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
now I had successfully launched which one? Which one?
Windows.
Windows Virtual Machine. Okay. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Again, for practice, after practicing here, instead of deleting the virtual machine, we need to delete the whole resource group because it is already created under the resource group. When you click on this resource group, you can select here. When you click on the resource group, automatically Azure will create a one public IP address here, one network security group, that is security group, and have one disk, one virtual machine up there. Understand?
Okay. Yeah.
Here we need to select all. We need to select all. Here one option is there. What?
Delete resource group.
That's it. Okay.
Delete
Everything will be
everything.
deleted. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas in AWS, we need to select each and everything as a manually. Here we don't need to
Manually.
create we don't need to delete manually. Just select a resource group and delete the resource group. Automatically everything will be deleted. Got it?
Yeah.
Here
Mm-hmm.
the concept of resource group is there in Azure. You don't have a resource group in AWS and Google.
Okay.
Okay. Resource group
Mm-hmm.
is what? It's nothing but a folder.
Yeah.
So it's nothing but a container. Whatever the resources you created under the resource, it will be under the resource group. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So
easier
now
to
it takes
manage.
time to delete the resource group. It's now taking the resource group is deleted. Okay. Okay. It takes time to delete the
Mm-hmm.
resource group. Once the all resources are deleted, then we're going to create a Linux machine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How we created a Linux machine in Azure AWS? I have a mobile extreme is there. Again, having a another thing is there what? We have a like putty is there.
Gibberish.
There is another option is there. Like we have GitHub is there. Git bash.
Gibberish. Yeah.
The same thing here also. The same
Okay.
thing here also. So whatever the tools used in AWS also the same. Nothing will be changed. To connect, we need Waxtron, we need Git bash, or we need like putty. The same thing here also. Got it?
Yeah.
So only UI will be changed. Okay, this UI is something like confusion compared to the AWS console is like clearly and the font size also very less size. You can see here, the font size is very small.
Yeah.
Okay, so little bit confusing this one, but steps are less compared to the AWS. Suppose I want to create VPC, there are so many steps we need to follow in AWS, but here very few steps are there in Azure. Okay,
Yeah.
but the portal
Mm-hmm.
is AWS portal is clear and lucid, but here his portal is confusing and like messy. Understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In AWS, every region have a three availability zone and some regions having six availability zones also. But here every region have only three availability zones. Another thing is in AWS, each availability zone having more than one data centers. It may be one, two, three. You got it?
Yeah.
But in Azure, having one availability zone having only one data center.
Mm.
One region having one availability zone having how many data center? One. One availability zone contains only one data center, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? In Azure.
Yeah.
In AWS, one availability zone contains more than one data center. That is not mandated to have a one data center. It may be one, two, three, four also.
Okay.
Okay. In AWS having a minutes bill, like every minute you need to pay the bill. In Azure also same thing, but the Azure follow the methodology. Whenever you create a resources, it will bill for at least 5 minutes first. Then after that it will bill for the 1 minute.
Okay.
Understand? AWS and Azure both followed the minutes, like 1 minute, 2 minute, like that billing cycle. Okay. In AWS, there is no restrictions there. In Azure, it is a billing is like that. If you create a resources, if you create a resources, just within a second we delete it, but still it treats as 5 minutes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Yeah.
Any resource, it will be built for 5 minutes, whether you use it 1 minute, whether you use it 1 second also. First time, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, it will be for 1 minute. Okay. So now it is a resource group is deleted. Again, how to create a Linux machine? The same thing. How to create a Linux machine? Go to the which one?
Let we start a resource group.
Yes, click on the resource group here. Again, give the name as a brilliant RG. Some I don't see. Select a review and create. Select a review and create. Every time we need to create a resource group. If you don't create a resource group, then you won't able to create any resource. Now created a resource group. created a resource group. Again, go to the home tab. Click on which one? Virtual machine. Click on the virtual machine. Then click on the create here.
Yeah.
Click on the virtual machine.
Mm-hmm.
This VMSs and everything I'll explain later. Okay, no need to worry that. What is my VMS? What is my available set? Okay. Here, which resource group you want to deploy virtual machine? Brilliant RG. Okay. What is the virtual machine name? You can give any name. I'm just giving the name as a Javed minus RG. Understand? Javed minus VM. Got it? Which availability you want to deploy here? That is your choice. Okay.
Okay.
So I am just selecting which option here. No infrastructure redundancy. I don't want any redundancy because there is not a real-time environment. So here I selected which one? Standard. Because I don't need any security. It will cost the trusted. If you select trusted virtual machine, if you select confidential virtual machine, it will protect against persistent and advanced attack on general to virtual machine with the configurable features like a secure beaten virtual trusted platform. The Azure will provide the security from their side. Here I selected which one? Standard. Okay. I selected which one? Standard. Then which operating system you want to deploy? Previously I deployed which one? Windows. Now I am selected which one here?
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. Got it? Which one I selected here? Brother, which one I selected here?
Ubuntu.
Then here, by the default, we selected which one? Standard B1S. Okay?
Yeah.
Then it asking for the username. Here, there are multiple options are there. Without key pair also we can create. With key pair also we can create. Without key pair, just giving the username password you can create here. There is an option in there in Azure. Without using the PEM. So, by using the key pair also we can create. Without using the key pair also we can create. As I selected a key pair here, which format? Whether I want to take RSA format or like ED259 format. Okay, just what is the key pair name here? Java DVM key. Understood? You understood or not?
Yeah.
I don't want any key pair. See this. I don't want any key pair. We can select here. Okay, you can use without use key pair also. It's selecting generate key pair or here an option. What is the key pair name? Java VM key. Java VM key. Got it?
VM key.
Suppose I don't want to key without key pair, just select which one? Password. You got my point or not?
Yeah.
I don't want any key, brother. I just want to take only username and password. Without key. You can select which option?
Password.
Here, if you select which one, SSH publicly, it will generate which one? The key pair.
Key pair. Yeah.
With that key pair. I just given the name as a Javed. Okay, that is already Azure. Another Javed Azure. Okay. And which ports are allowed in the Linux for remote desktop? Which one?
SSH.
Just click on the ribbon create. Okay. Just click on the review and create. Okay.
Yeah.
First, it will run the validation. It takes some time to do the whether the all tasks, what are the all the options are correct. Then after checking this, that it will validation is passed. Then click on the create. Click on the create. Now it will create a Ubuntu virtual machine. Now it create a which one? Ubuntu virtual machine. Okay. Here we need to download which one? Private key. We need to download the private key. Okay. So now private key is downloaded. See here, this is the private key. And click on the return to create virtual machine. Click on return to create virtual machine. Again go to the path. Which path? The key pair path. Go to the shown folder. The key pair is there in the download folder. The same thing, brother. Nothing will change here. So this is the key pair path in the download section. Now once it is created, either you can use mobile extern, either you can use GitHub, either you can use putty, either you can use directly copy the command, go to the command prompt and paste. Understand?
Okay. Yeah.
The same thing whatever done in AWS, the same steps will be followed in the Azure also. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Another thing, there is an option is there. They had given another option. Without key pair also, you can directly send by just typing the username and password, directly connect to the machine. You don't need to have a key pair. Okay. Generally, when I use Azure, I don't take any key pair because of takes time to create a key pair. So in the next
Mhm.
class, I will show that without a key pair, we're going to connect to the machine. Okay. Just entering the username and password only. Okay.
In AWS, you have to create a key pair, right, brother? You can't do it without key pair.
Yes, yes. But here you don't need a key pair. Without key pair, we just entering the username and password option is available. Okay.
Okay.
Now create a resource here. Go to the resource. Then here one option is there. This is overview. Under the overview, which operating system you created, Linux Ubuntu 24, and which machine I use, standard B1S. This is the public IP address. This is the virtual network, and this is the region. This status is running, and this is the resource group. And what is the virtual machine name? Virtual machine name Java VM, and VM architecture is x64. There are multiple things. This is the private IP address. This is the public IP address. Understood?
Yeah.
Then to connect by using git bash, click on connect here. Click on connect here. The same thing, it will generate a key. You can see here key. AWS like that. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Just copy this command. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Here go to the which one? Git bash. Which one?
Git bash.
And paste here. Okay. Java Azure. They are not given the key pair here. That is the problem. AWS is already given the key pair. What is the key pair name here?
Azure user. No, Javed Azure.
Dot .pm, no?
Yeah.
Java Azure. Huh?
.pm.
You click on OK. Okay. What happened? Okay.
Do you have to do the .pm at the end?
Yes, yes. Now successfully connected. Can you see
Mm-hmm.
here?
Yeah.
Understand?
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this class, I created which one? Two things. One is the which machine? Two machines. One is the Windows machine. Second one is what?
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu machine. Linux machine. Okay. For deleting resources, how will you delete the resources here? Go to the which one?
Resource group. And delete the resource group.
Try to
So,
delete the resource group only. Don't delete the virtual machine. If you delete the virtual machine, you still have a public IP address there that will be chargeable. Okay. Try to delete resource group every time. Okay.
okay. Okay.
So now I'm going to delete. Now I'm going to delete. That's it.
Delete.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So try to create Azure account and try to. I'll just send a video to you. Try to create a Windows virtual machine and a Linux virtual machine. Tomorrow's class I will explain you how to create a web server, Windows web server and a Linux web server. That I think you already know.
Okay.
I think you already know. But anyhow, I'll tell you that. I will explain you. No problem. No need to worry. Then how will you install?
Okay.
Just go to the virtual machine, create it, go to the server manager, go to the server manager, go to the add roles and feature, then select the web server role, then same thing,
Yeah.
the same thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And even also for creating the web server also same thing, like go to the login into the web server Linux means again we need to enter the commands like go to the cd/var www.html, then we need to create index.html file. The same thing here also, nothing will
Mm-hmm.
change, only
Yeah.
creation of the virtual machine only change here, remaining things are
Yeah.
same thing. You got it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you know AWS, you can easily understand Azure also very easily. If you learn
Yeah.
AWS properly, there is not much time. Like you don't need to spend like 2 months for AWS, 3 months for AWS. Whereas once you learn AWS properly, then you had like some dedicatedly you had allocated time for AWS for 2 3 months. You can easily understand Azure. No issue that is.
Yeah.
Even Google Cloud also. I show you Google Cloud also, no problem for you.
Mm-hmm.
I show you the Google Cloud also. Okay,
Yeah.
that is very easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Once you understand the AWS, you can understand any cloud computing. And DevOps are same. DevOps are nothing will be changed. All DevOps are same. Either AWS,
Yeah.
Azure, nothing will be changed. There will be same command, same everything will be same. To compare AWS and
Okay.
Azure. If you learn one DevOps, you can do anything.
Okay.
The same command, same thing, everything is same. Only except pipeline is different. In Azure, you have a
Yeah.
Azure pipelines. In AWS, have a AWS pipeline. If you have a open source, then you go for the Jenkins or GitHub Actions or GitLab CD. Or, okay.
Yeah.
So remaining things, everything are same. Okay. Once you know
Mm-hmm.
manage how to one cloud, you can easily manage the other cloud also. Not a big issue at all. Okay. So now trying to
Yeah.
delete here. Okay. It will delete after some time. The resources will be deleted. Got it?